2 Chronicles 35, the Passover observed again. Josiah celebrated the Passover to the Lord in Jerusalem. They slaughtered the Passover lambs on the 14th day of the first month. He appointed the priests to their positions and encouraged them in the service of the house of the Lord. To the Levites who taught all Israel and were holy to the Lord, he said, "Put the holy ark in the house, which Solomon the son of David of Israel built," son of David the king. "It shall not be a burden on your shoulders any longer. Now serve the Lord your God with his people Israel. Prepare yourselves according to your fathers' households by your divisions, in accordance with the instructions of David, king of Israel, and the instructions of his son Solomon, and stand in the holy place of the priest, according to the section of your households of your fellow kingsmen, the lay people, and according to the Levites by division of the families of a father's household. Slaughter the Passover lambs and consecrate yourself and prepare for your fellow countrymen to carry out, obey the word of the Lord given by Moses." Then Josiah contributed to the people, to all who were present, flocks of lambs, young goats, numbering 30,000, all as Passover offerings, and 3,000 bulls that were from the king's property. His officers were also contributed a voluntary offering to the people, the priests and the Levites, a bunch of people that he gave it to. He gave them some offerings. Coniah also and Shemaiah, there's a bunch that he gave. When their service was ready, the priests stood in their assigned places, and the Levites by their division, in accordance with the king's command. They slaughtered the lambs, while the priests sprinkled the blood received from their hands, and the Levites skinned the animals, and they removed the burnt offerings to distribute them to the sections of the fathers' households of the lay people to offer to the Lord as they are written in the book of Moses. They did the same with the bulls. They roasted the Passover lambs on the fire according to the ordinances, and they cooked the holy offerings in pots and kettles and pans, and quickly brought them to all the lay people. Afterwards, the Levites prepared for themselves and for the priests, because the priests, the son of Aaron, were busy offering the burnt offerings and the fat until night. So the Levites prepared for themselves and for the priests and the sons of Aaron. The singers, the sons of Asaph, also were in the palace in accordance with the command of David. It tells, and the gate, they also had a couple people, and they were the king's seers and the gatekeepers at each gate, because they did not need to leave their service, because the king's men and the Levites prepared for them. So all the service of the Lord was prepared on that day to celebrate the Passover and offer burnt offerings on the altar. Thus the sons of Israel who were present celebrated the Passover at the time of the Feast of Unleavened Bread for 7 days. No Passover like it had been celebrated in Israel since the days of Samuel the prophet, nor had any of the kings of Israel celebrated such a Passover as Josiah did with the priests, the Levites, and all Judah and Israel who were present, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. In the 18th year of Josiah's reign, this Passover was celebrated. Yay! He's a good king. He's bringing stuff. And then Josiah dies in battle. After all of this, when Josiah had prepared the temple, Necho, king of Egypt, came to make war. He's making war. What? Making war on the Euphrates, and Josiah went out to meet him. But Necho sent messengers to Josiah, saying, "What business do we have with each other, O king of Judah? I am not coming against you, but against the house with which I am at war. And God has ordered me to hurry. Stop for your own sake from interfering with God who is with me, so that he will not destroy you." Yet Josiah would not turn away from him, but disguised himself in order to fight against him. He did not listen to the words of Necho from the mouth of God, but came to fight against him on the plain of Megiddo. The archers shot King Josiah, and the king said to his servants, "Take me away, for I am badly wounded." So his servants took him out of the chariot and carried him to the second chariot which he had, and brought him to Jerusalem, where he died and was buried in the tombs of his fathers. All Judah and Jerusalem mourned for Josiah. Then Jeremiah sung a lament, funeral songs for Josiah, and all the male and female singers have spoken about Josiah and their laments to this day. They made the songs and ordinance in Israel. Behold, they are written in Lamentations. The rest of the acts of Josiah, his deeds and devotion and godly achievements, is written in the law of the Lord. As his acts from the first to the last, behold, they are written in the books of kings of Israel and Judah. A great story on life history of Josiah, and that tragic ending to it. God did say he wasn't going to see the evil things that were to come. So, all right, come back tomorrow. I've got another chapter.